There are these ideas. It comes originally from Marxism and developed by Herbert Marcuse and others. The whole idea of privilege, the idea that some groups are privileged. And so there's a way of looking at the world in which you start by saying, what's your group or your class? And if you're high, you're the bad people. And if you're low, you're the good people. And so that's exactly what Mao's Cultural Revolution was all about. There are the good classes, which are the peasants, and there are the bad classes, which are the educated classes. And you don't go out and kill the good classes automatically, but they're under suspicion. They're constantly under suspicion. They don't get to speak. And there's a lot of writing in leftist circles about this. And so when you start that way, it just predictably is going to go into constant splitting and civil war and chaos. So that's what happens to leftist movements. They eat their own. That was the Jacobins in France after the revolution. And that's what we're seeing, I think, happen on campus now. We're seeing battles between feminists, between splinter groups. And if you think about it, and this is what's so infuriating, you're on a campus, you try to make arguments, you try to use reasons, but you meet students who the very first thing they do is they size you up. What's your race? What's your gender? I'm judging you on the basis of that. I'm not listening to you. You're a bad person based on your race and gender. Like, really? Your whole worldview is you start by saying some people are good or bad because of their race? Do you know what you sound like?
Right. They sound like maybe they should have been mainstream 50 years ago, but certainly not now.
If you want to create a social movement, a social revolution, like, be the change you seek. If you want to stop racism and sexism, then don't be hyper racist and sexist.
Right. That's not rocket science. So what about the profession?